Pleasant good morning to everyone. Up to our last class, we discussed about Unit 10, Surface Chemistry. So in that class, we discussed what is surface chemistry, what are the phenomenon involved in the surface chemistry. The phenomenon is nothing but adsorption. What is the adsorption? What are the characteristics of adsorption? Then what are the types of adsorption? Then we discussed what about the factor affecting of adsorption. Finally, we discussed what is the catalyst. What are the types of catalysts there? What are the main applications of catalyst? What are the theories are involved in the catalyst? In this session, we are going to discuss about colloids. What are the colloids? What are the properties of colloids? What are the types of colloids? Then, how will you prepare the colloids? Next, what about the properties and applications of colloids? Before going to the topic, the word of colloids can be derived from the Greek word. To kola means gum, idiots means like. So, gum-like particles are called colloids. This word can be derived from the word of Greek. Now, we will see what about the colloids. The origin of study of colloids starts with Thomas Graham. The Thomas Graham divided the solid into two types. One is crystalloids, next is called as colloids. Crystalloids is a substance whose solution readily diffuse through a parchment membrane. For example, sugars, salt, acid and base. The colloid is a substance whose solution diffuses at very slow rate through the parchment membrane. Example, glue, gelatin, gum, Arabic, etc. So, என்ன சொல்ல வர்றாருன்னா இந்த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் வந்து பார்த்தாக்கா ரொம்ப வேகமாக ஒரு பர்ச்மெண்ட் மெம்பரேன் வழியா டிஃப்யூஸ் ஆகுமோ such a substance are called as crystalloids. If the substances are diffused at very slow rate, that is called as a colloids. Later on, it was found that crystalloids and colloids differ only the size of the particle, though can be interconverted. Hence, colloidal is a state. அப்போ திரும்ப என்ன பண்ணாரு பார்த்து அனலைசிஸ் ஆஃப் த கிறிஸ்டலாய்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் கொலாய்ட்ஸ் அனலைஸ் பண்ணும்போது அந்த கிறிஸ்டலாய்ட்ஸும் கொலாய்ட்ஸும் அதனுடைய சைஸில் மட்டும் எனக்கு வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருந்தது. ஸோ இட் கேன் பி ஈஸிலி கன்வெர்டட். ஸோ தீஸ் crystalloids and colloids, these are collectively called as colloidal state. So based on the size, the solutions can be divided by three types. Already studied in the lowest classes. Okay, one is true solution, second one is colloidal solution, third is the suspension. What is the true solution? The size particle lies between 1 Armstrong to 10 Armstrong. Such a solutions are called as true solution. If the size can be lies 10 Armstrong to 100 Armstrong, that is called as a colloidal solution. If the substance can lies 1,000 Armstrong to 10,000 Armstrong, that is called as a suspension. So based on that, we have to classify three types of solution. Now we'll see what about the colloidal solution or colloidal system. A finely divided particles of any substance which a diameter is lying between 10 Armstrong to 2000 Armstrong dispersed in any medium constituted a colloidal solution. So, for small particles, the diameter 10 Armstrong to 2000 Armstrong dispersed in any medium, such a system is called as colloidal system. Colloidal system is heterogeneous system consisting of two phases. So, colloidal system ரெண்டு பேஸால எனக்கு ஆக்கப்பட்டிருக்கும். What is the first one? Dispersed phase and dispersed medium. What is the dispersed phase? Discontinuous phase of the colloidal system is known as dispersed phase. This is a very smaller portion in the colloidal system. ஒரு colloidal systemல ரொம்ப smaller portion இருக்குதுன்னு சொல்ல போற வந்து dispersed phase. This is a discontinuous phase. What is dispersed medium? That continuous phase of the colloidal system is known as dispersed medium. It represents the large amount. The smaller portion is called as dispersed phase. The larger portion is called as dispersed medium. So, based on the physical state, the colloidal system can be divided into 8 types. Based on the physical state, the colloidal system can be divided into 8 types. So, what are types are? we'll see. If the dispersive phase on the dispersive medium, if the dispersive phase is gas, the dispersive medium is liquid, the name will called as foam. For the example for that, shaving cream, soda water, fourth. Fourth means Norin slowly, soda water fourth. Otherwise, if it is made by gas solid, gas and solid, that is called as solid foam. For the example for that, PMI stone, cork, foam rubber. If it is made by liquid and gas, that is called as aerosol. For the example for that, mist, cloud, fog. If it is made by liquid and liquid, that is called as emulsion. For the example for that, air cream and milk. If it is made by liquid solid, that is called as gel. For the example for that, cheese, butter. Suppose if the colloidal solutions are made by solid gas, that is called as smoke. What about the example for that? Accumulated glass, dust soot in air. Suppose if it is made by solid liquid, that is called as soul. For the example for that, colloidal gold. Suppose if it is made by solid and solid, that is called as a solid soul, that is called as alloys. So based on this physical state, the colloidal solutions can be divided into 8 types. Now only discussed the 8 types. Next, there are one more classifications there based on the dispersive phase and the dispersive medium. So based on the dispersive phase and dispersive medium, we have to classify the further classification up to 4 types. What is the first one? First one, hydrosols or aquasols. What is the hydrosols? For such sols, the dispersive medium is water. So hydrosols, aquasols only, and dispersive medium, water. If it is water is there, let us call it hydrosols or aquasols. We know hydro means water, aqua means also water is there. Suppose solvosols. What is solvosols? The solvosols, depending upon the nature of the dispersive medium sols, only may named as alkasols, benzosols, aerosols, and general solvosols is there. So it's nothing but dispersive medium, it will be something different like alcohol. If it is alcohol is there, that is called as alkasols. If it is benzene is there, that is called as benzosols. If it is air is there, that is called as aerosols. Next, Leophilic substance. Leophilic sols. Leophilic sols nothing but is solvent loving groups is there. So this is based on the dispersive phase. So based on dispersive phase, we can classify 2 types. One is the leophilic and leophobic. If it is solvent loving group is there, that is called leophilic. If it is solvent hating is there, that is called leophobic. Here leo means solvent, philic means loving. So leo means solvent, phobic means hating. Now what is the leophilic sols? When dispersive phase has certain affinity for the dispersive medium, it is known as leophilic sols. So in dispersive phase, dispersive phase, so solvent easier mix agum. It has to create affinity with the solvent. Such sols are called as leophilic sols. Here, that is called as solvosols. In leophilic colloids or sols, the definite attractive force or affinity existing between the dispersive medium and the dispersed phase is there. Next, what about the leophobic? So now only leo means solvent, phobic means hating. The leophobic sols nothing but when dispersive phase has no affinity for dispersive medium, it is known as leophobic solvents. Leophobic sols. So here there is no any attraction force between dispersive phase and the dispersed medium is there. So this is that's all about the classification based on dispersive phase and the dispersed medium. Based on the dispersive phase, there are it has to classify into 2 types. One is the leophilic and the leophobic. Leophilic is nothing but solvent loving. Leophobic is nothing but solvent hating is there. So based on the dispersive medium, it has to classify into 2 types. One is the hydrosols or aquasols. Next is called as solvosols. Then you discuss what about based on the physical state, the colloidal states can be, or colloidal solutions can be classified into 8 types: gas liquid, gas solid, liquid gas, liquid liquid, liquid solid, solid gas, solid liquid, and solid solid. So this is the classification of colloidal solution. Next you see what about the characteristics of Liophilic and Leophobic. Liophilic and Leophobic. Next, first one properties. Okay, first preparation. So the Liophilic solutions can be easily prepared, but the Leophobic is prepared by a special method. The Leophilic may or may not carry any charge, but the Leophobic is always carrying positive or negative charge. Next, the Leophilic Sol particles are heavily hydrated. So the Leophobics are not solvated. Not solvated means does not mingle with the water molecule. The Leophilic is high concentration of the electrolyte required to causes precipitation. Here the precipitated by low concentration of the electrolyte. So in the Leophilic substance we precipitate panaka, here to use the high concentrated electrolyte. But the Leophobic we precipitate panaka, we need the low concentration of electrolyte. Next, what about viscosity? The viscosity of Leophilic is very high. The viscosity of Leophobic same as that dispersive medium. Dispersive medium என்ன இருக்கு அதனால அதோட viscosity சொல்ல போறேன். So, what are the example for that? For the Leophilic, what the examples are the soul of gum and torch. So the Leophobic, what the example for that? The soul of gold, the soul of iron, or the soul of sulfur. So these are example for the Leophilic and Leophobic. The Leophilic is here low. Here also same thing. The surface tension of Leophobic soul same as that of dispersive medium. The Leophilics are reversible. The Leophobics are irreversible. So the Leophobic may or may not migrate in the presence of electric field, but Leophobic always migrate in electric field. So Leophilic souls are it shows Tintal effect. The Leophobics are does not shows Tintal effect. The Leophilics are more stable. The Leophobics are less stable. So that's all about the characteristics of Leophilic and Leophobic solvent. Next, what about the classification of on the basis of the size of the soul particles? So based on the size of the soul particle, it has to classify into three types. The first is multimolecular colloids, the second is macromolecular colloids, the third is associated colloids. What is the multimolecular colloids? In this case, the colloidal particles consist of aggregated of atoms or small molecules with a diameter of less than 1 nanometer. So in the multimolecular colloids, molecules it has to diameter be 1 nanometer. So such a colloids are called as multimolecular colloids. For the example for that, gold soul and sulfur soul. What are the macromolecular? In this case, the dispersed particles are of colloidal size and are called macromolecules. Usually polymer such as starch, cellulose, protein or synthetic polymer etc. So என்ன சொல்ல போனாக்கா அங்க இருக்கிற particles எல்லாமே வந்து பார்த்தாக்கா very bigger size. So that is called as a macromolecular. Next one, associated colloids. At low concentration they behave as electrolyte. At high concentration as colloids. They are also known as miscellaneous soaps and detergents are the example for that. These miscellaneous may contain about 100 molecules or more is there. So that's all about the classification of colloids is there. So colloids it can be classified into by three ways. One is based on the physical state. Next is based on the dispersed phase and dispersed medium. Third one is here based on the size of the soul particles. So that's all about the introduction about the colloids.